it makes it tougher to evaluate Jalen Hurts when the offensive line's not playing well. But he didn't play well.
No, I didn't really have any problem with Jalen. I just don't think he had a chance. Um,
He missed too many throws, Rube.
he missed a couple guys. He did.
He misses too many throws.
I'm not going to disagree. He was under siege today. He had no time. I don't know how many did he ever just go back and drop back and set his feet? He never got to do it. He's under attack the whole game, and they never have the ball. This team never runs any plays. Like there's like 3 games in a row that they've been out time of possession by like 10 minutes.
No, this one ended up being close.
Was it like 33-27? I don't have it in front of me.
32-31 to 27-29.
Okay, that's still 5 minutes, but yeah, I mean, because of all the garbage time, they ran a bunch of plays. But when this team runs so few plays. There was one stretch where the Raiders scored 30 points and the Eagles had 7 offensive snaps during that. It's like they never have the ball because the defense is giving up 90-yard drives. They can't get off the field, and the offense can't convert third down, so they're never on the field. So to me, I looked up. I think going into the fourth quarter, Jalen he was like 8 for 16, and were there throws that he missed? Yeah, but I just.
Yeah, but you have to remember, a lot of the times when they're getting off the field is because you didn't complete a pass.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
think he's accurate enough right now. And I'm not saying he can't get better. He's not accurate enough right now.
I don't think he was protected well enough to be accurate.
I disagree with that.
Okay,
because he's missing throws that are there.
I felt like I don't know anything about him. I felt like I didn't learn anything about him because I don't think the coach and the O-line gave him a chance to do anything. Maybe I'm too easy on him. Maybe I'll have to go back and look at some of those misses. I just thought he was on the run every snap. I don't know. I just don't think he really had much of a chance. But that was my takeaway.
Yeah, my takeaway was that all that's fair.
He missed.
You got to hit the throws.
Devontae dropped 3 of them. He didn't have Miles. He had no protection. The coach stopped.
Devontae dropped them, but they could have been a lot better passes.
Well, the third one was behind him. I'm trying to think what other misses he had that were egregious when he
wasn't
on the run. Yeah, Baldequez. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't great. I have no illusions about that. I just don't know how to evaluate it based on what I just saw. But I'll go back and watch it, and you could certainly be right.
Yeah, and look, people are gonna. It's Jalen Hurts right now. If you say good things about him or bad things about him, it becomes this. It's like a boat rocking, and the water goes one way and then it comes back, and I just don't think he was accurate enough today, and it's a problem that I've seen now for most of his time in this league. I'm not saying he can't get better, but it's troubling to me.
We'll disagree on that. I didn't think that was the problem with the offense today. I thought there may be 2 throws that he probably wanted back, but I just didn't think he really had a chance.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to disagree about that. Yeah. And there was the one he did put on himself. It wasn't a throw. It was, I think it was a second down, and he scrambled, and he came up 2 yards short. It was a third down, and he said, "Look, I should have tried to get that first down." I think he slid, and that killed a drive. I give him credit. The one thing you can say about Jalen is he is super accountable. You mentioned Fletcher not being accountable. That 23-year-old kid is very accountable.
He's accountable, and he's really tough. Really tough.
Mm-hmm.
One thing he did today that he hadn't been doing was, for the most part, I mean, he was fighting for extra yards. I think because he kind of sensed that was the only way they're going to move the ball.
He picked up a first down fighting through what was a pretty big hit earlier in that drive or previous drive, and then later on, no, it was previous drive, and then later on that one where he left a couple out there, he was like, I probably should have done the same thing. But it's tough because he is taking shots. I just feel like there's nothing helping him, I guess is how I feel. Like he's out there trying to be an NFL quarterback, and there's some good and there's some bad, but there's nothing helping him. He doesn't – I mean, Goddard has some nice catches today. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler. All right, can we cut that out, Ben? No. I just feel like there's nothing helping them, whether it's coaches or players or game plan or play calling, or it's just he's out there like trying to do it all himself, and that's a really tough way for any quarterback, much less a 23-year-old kid, to go about his business. I hear what you're saying about missing throws, and we do see that. I just wish I could see him with a good O-line playing at a high level and good play calling and a running game and balance, and maybe a veteran receiver out there who he could count on, because they don't have that right now. And I think Devontae is going to be a great player, but it was a shaky game for him today. I mean, he made a couple catches and he dropped a few. So I just don't see him getting a lot of help. So yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't think I think we're coming at it from different sides, but I think we kind of agree.
Yeah, I'm not discounting what you're saying. I think there's some truth to it. I just think he needs to be better, and I think he would admit that too.
Yeah.
What did you make of some of Nick's decisions in this game? The one he kind of got bailed out by the Avonte Maddox interception later on that drive, but there was a penalty that he wanted to accept, and the referee thought he declined it. So it was going to be a fourth and, I think, 3. It was a fourth and short.
It's fourth and 3.
Fourth and 3, yeah. And the Raiders punt team is walking on the field, and apparently no one on the Eagles noticed it, because he still accepted the penalty, and they got a 3rd and 15 and they convert it. And luckily for them, Avonte Maddox gets that pick, but that was weird, because it seemed like he made that decision, and then don't they have people in the booth be like, hey, their punt team's going out. Keep it.
Yeah. Somebody has to be responsible there. Whoever it wasn't doing their job. They were lucky Avonte bailed them out. But certainly, and he certainly would rather have a 4th and 3. I would rather have a 4th and 3 and then a 3rd and 15, just because, I mean, if you know that they're going to punt,
yeah, with that information, it's obvious. Yeah. If you didn't know they were going to punt, that's a different story. But I also didn't like his explanation for why he accepted the penalty. He said, well, on our call sheet, it's a go. Like, we go for that on 4th and 3. Well, you're not playing yourself, Nick. You have to know the tendencies of the team you're playing, not the team you are.
Yeah, that kind of struck me as well. If they were playing themselves, they'd have a chance to win, I guess. I don't know who would win that game if Sirianni's coaching both teams. I don't want that's too deep. I don't want to get into that, but I didn't mind the onside kick to open the second half. You're trying to do something to get back in the game. I figure they're going to score anyway.
If anything, it saved them some time.
Whether they get a long field or a short field, they're going to score. So you may as well have a chance to get the ball back. And it almost worked. Yeah,
it looked like that the last bounce kind of popped up. And if it doesn't, I think Jake Elliott has a chance to get his own onside kick. The onside kick's a tough play in this league right now. The new rules have made it. I mean, it's almost impossible. But it looked like they got close on that one.
And Jake actually did a great job of kind of surrounding the ball, but not touching it before 10 yards. He did a really good job of that. It's something they had worked on, something Michael Clay, the special teams coach, had seen and thought they had a chance at the right time to pull it off.
Well, they didn't have many opportunities to kick off. So
I'm sorry.
They didn't have many opportunities to kick off. So when you get a chance,
try to get him some work.
Yeah. I was fine with the onside kick, and I get why you might not be, because it does, maybe you can look at it and say it shows he doesn't have faith in his offense or his defense. But
why would
if they schemed it up and they thought they had a chance, see, clearly they had a chance at it. I get it. It would have been a big play. It would have been a big momentum shift.
Yeah, we'll never know what would have happened, but it was worth, at that point, nothing's going well. An onside kick can be a real difference maker. So.
Yeah, if it works, hero.
Yeah. Any other decisions?
No, well, there was one. There was a 5-yard catch by the Raiders that put them down on the 1-yard line. I wanted to ask Nick about this, but I didn't. I don't think it was a catch, and it set up a 1-yard run for a touchdown. That, to me, I thought it would have been worth a challenge. So 5 yards down in that area are really big, and you gave him a kind of an easy touchdown. I probably would have challenged that. I know he's got people in zero. They're probably watching it, and they're saying, no, it was a catch, or, it's not clear enough. But to me, that would have been worth the challenge. 5 yards down inside the 10, to me, that's worth a challenge flag. I would have thrown it there. And you look, no one's going to believe me, but at the moment I was like, I challenge that,
What did you think of that? I thought I thought they were going to reverse the Gainwell fumble.
They did too. They put the offense back on the field.
I mean, it really looked like his.
I still haven't seen a good replay on that.
It looked like to me like his left knee was down, or his left elbow, just before the ball came out. I was surprised I think whatever the call was, they would have stuck with it, I guess. But
yeah, the Eagles clearly they tried to sway it because they ran their offense back on the field during that challenge.
Yeah.
Think that ever works? You think a ref would ever get swayed? I guess not. They're not even making the call anymore.
Right. No, I don't think anything that Nick does works, actually.